Tonight, accusations of an improper relationship between Fulton County DA Fani Willis and a lawyer she hired to prosecute former President Trump here in Georgia.
The allegations include claims of lavish trips together, reportedly paid for with money received from the DA's office. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon live tonight outside of the Fulton County Courthouse downtown.
And Doug, the defendant who filed this, is saying it is grounds for throwing the entire case out.
Right, guys, that would be Michael Roman. He is a former Trump campaign official whose attorneys filed that motion just yesterday. Even the former president called for these cases to be dropped in a speech earlier today. And also in that paperwork, that accusation also includes a sum of more than $1 million that was paid to that special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, over his 3 years on this case. New allegations laid out in a brand new court filing are threatening the very existence of the historic Fulton County election indictment. Despite numerous attorneys with ample experience prosecuting RICO cases, the filing reads, Willis chose to appoint her boyfriend, who has little to no experience trying felony cases. That man is Nathan Wade, a private defense lawyer who, according to the Monday filing, was taking Willis on and paying for vacations across the world with Fulton County taxpayer dollars authorized by Willis herself. Wade was brought on as a special prosecutor in November 2021 to lead the grand jury investigations that eventually led to charges. Between then and December 2023, the Fulton County DA's office, according to the paperwork, paid him an estimated $1 million. All the while, the filing says, Willis and Wade traveled to Napa Valley, Florida, the Caribbean, and on several cruises together. Wade's contract as the special prosecutor began one day after he finalized a divorce in Cobb County.
It certainly is a huge problem if true, and I think that's important to emphasize, if true.
Anthony Kreis, a law professor at Georgia State, says what the motion is missing is concrete evidence.
I think they'll have to produce some kind of evidence. Mainly, I think we'll see evidence in the form of witness testimony, if anything.
Still, the news left former president and Georgia indictment defendant Donald Trump calling for the dismissal of the case altogether.
It's illegal. What you did is illegal. So we'll let the state handle that.
And the motion also accuses Willis of failing to get proper approval before entering that contract with Wade from Fulton County officials, as it says she is required by law to do. When we reached out to them yesterday, they had no comment directly, but they said they would be responding to these allegations in a court filing of their own eventually. We're outside the Fulton County Courthouse. Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
And new at 6.